We drove over 1,500 miles to the Upper Peninsula in Michigan to go to visit Mackinac Island. Hopefully I said that correct. We have heard so much about this island. Everyone we told we were coming to Michigan said you have to visit Mackinac Island. So we are heading there now. Follow us for a full tour.
Taking my chances along with my dreams.
Good afternoon. Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You guys all set with tickets?
No, we need to go buy tickets.
In the right direction. They're right straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Windows. You can tell us.
Perfect. Thank you.
No, it's about 10 minutes.
Okay. Thanks. Just for the day. What time is the last boat back? No, just one, that's fine. Or do we need two or what? Okay. So we got here just in time, 10 minutes before the next boat. We didn't have tickets. We bought the tickets when we got here. It was $68 for the two of us. And we are heading to board the ferry right now. Come, grab your stuff and follow us.
Also, in just a few moments, we will have Clayton coming around with the Mackinac Island Historical Guidebook. This is the official souvenir publication put out by the Mackinac Island State Historic Cars Commission. They contain 65 pages of historical facts and monuments of the island. They also have great little maps inside showing walking routes and bicycle routes. They sell for just $2. If you'd like a copy, just raise your hand as Clayton comes walking by.
Good afternoon, folks. This is that guidebook Captain just mentioned. The inside cover does have two maps. The second map is color-coded. It has coordinated pages go with it to tell you what's on the route so you can make better use of your time. The book is also full of history about the island that dates to well back before the Revolutionary War. As the captain said, we do sell the Historic State Park Commission for $2. If you'd like one, just raise your hand. I'll get one to you. One thing he forgot to mention, this might be your cheapest Mackinac Island country. Not to mention the most useful.
We are leaving St. Ignace and heading out to Mackinac Island, and it's just 16 minutes. And we're getting the guidebook.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
It's only a $2 book. He said it'll probably be the cheapest souvenir on the island.
Flags flying is our Michigan governor's summer residence. To the right of that, you can see a long white wall. This is Fort Mackinac. Off to the left, the majestic white building with the green roof is the world-famous Grand Hotel. And to the right, you'll see the red roofs of Mission Point Resort. Head up to the Inn and Stone to experience the much-anticipated transformation of this Mackinac landmark. Enjoy your stay on the island. Watch your step while going ashore. And please remember to keep your tickets. We'll see you on the return trip.
This is the main street in Mackinac Island. There are no cars on the island, so you see bikes everywhere and bike shops, and the taxis. That's the taxi. Well, actually that one's a hotel shuttle, but the taxis are also horse and buggy. We are probably going to take one of those horse and buggies somewhere, but we're walking around just to get a feel of the town. You can smell fudge and chocolate everywhere. They are known for their fudge. It smells so yummy. It's so tempting. But we'll walk first so that we can earn the fudge. But it's such a cute town, my goodness. Here's carriage tours. Ask her how it works.
Are you available for a carriage tour?
Go buy tickets right up at the little green building right in front of you.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So we just bought tickets for this tour right here. It makes all these stops. Thank you. It was $41 a piece. It's an hour and 45 minutes, but it hits all the hot spots, including that arch that I'm really wanting to go see. So our tour starts like in 10 minutes, so we're going to get in line. Look at the luggage trolley, also horse and buggy. Not like at the airport.
Watch out, guys, people. Horses merging, guys. Hey, we didn't have anybody. Perfect. My name is Cheryl. I'll be the driver for today. But more importantly, the one's doing all the work is up front there, Apple and Shaker. Apple, she's up on the left, and Shaker, he's up on the right. They're both going to hold Belgian drop horses, and they'll be taking us around for the first part of your tour. Now, Apple and Shaker, they are my team for the season. They're my favorite horses here on the island, and they're taking us around without a problem at all. And Apple and Shaker, they're about the age of 10 or so. We buy our horses from the Amish when they reach the age of 5, and then we usually do a little bit of rearranging just to make sure that our horses are working well together and all that kind of stuff. Now, once again, Apple and Shaker, they've been working together for about 5 years, and they're going to continue to work for the rest of their lives together. So guys, Apple and Shaker set up. Right now. Yes, they will be ready to time each other, all that kind of stuff. Horses turning, guys. Horses turning. Horses, please. Perfect. Really don't want to hit a baby. That'd be awful. It's okay, Apple. Right now, when we were on Main Street, on our left we had Dow's Market. Dow's Market is the oldest family-owned grocery store anywhere in the nation. Started way back in 1884 as a family-owned business, and they've kept it in the same family ever since. So the Dallas family owns it, and they've passed it down about 5 generations now. It is one of the only produce producers that we have here on the island, so it's where a lot of our residents will be buying their groceries. Now here on the right, we're next to Marquette Park. Marquette Park is dedicated to Father Marquette, and he was an early French missionary here with the Native Americans. There's a big green statue in the middle of the park, and that is of Father Marquette. He did a lot of his missionary work in a wigwam, which is this wood structure that you see up and to the right here. There, I need to step up just a little, man. Now, the park was the barnyard for those lords that were garrisoned up on Fort Mackinac while it was active. Fort Mackinac's kind of hard to miss. It's that big structure up on the hill back there. That will be a later point of interest on your guys' tour. You have another chance to check it out as well. But back on our right, we also passed the American Fur Company retail store, which also serves as the Beaumont Museum and Memorial. Now, Dr. Beaumont, he was deposed as this year in the 1800s when a young man by the name of Alexis St. Marin accidentally shot himself in the stomach. Dr. Beaumont was able to save his life. Now, a wound like that in the 1800s should have proven fatal. However, Dr. Beaumont was an amazing surgeon. Now, he just wasn't very good at suturing, and he ended up accidentally leaving a quarter-sized hole right in the middle of Alexis' stomach. They had a patch of skin that hung over it, and they just told the doctor to do experiments. Now, he did not. 250, where he would tie small pieces of food to string and dip it into the hole. By doing this, he was able to discover that it was enzymes that were digesting our food instead of muscles, and it was a pretty big scientific discovery for back in the day. And that was Dr. Baldwin's claim to fame here on the island. Now, on our left, we've just passed the Veterans Memorial, and that has the name of every Mackinac Island resident who has served in the military. So guys, oh, you're pooping. Okay, never mind. I now know why we were going a little bit slow. Sugar's pooping up front. Right now, we just passed the post office here on Mackinac Island. It's unlike any other post office anywhere else in the world because they don't deliver mail. So it's the island residents' responsibility to come and pick it up themselves. There's some cream buildings here on our right. There's the Stewart House and the Community Hall. Way back in the day, John Jacob Astor was the head of the American fur trading business here on the island. The Stewart House was his office space, and the Community Hall was his warehouse. Now, it was said in one single year, John Jacob Astor was able to trade over $3 million worth of furs here. That's about $80 million in today's market. Now we also passed the courthouse and the police station. We have about 6 to 8 or so police officers here year-round, and we do beef it up in the summertime with state police. Now, it's important that we have kind of a heavier police presence on the island during the summer, because we get a few rowdy tourists. The highest crime on the island is usually just drunk people stealing bikes. They're trying to get to the last ferry of the night, so they'll snag a bike off the side of the road. That being said, if your bike ever goes missing, just check the docks first. It'll probably show up there eventually. Now, we also passed the Invention of Blacksmith shop. They'll be doing live blacksmithing demonstrations throughout the day. And we're next to the Agassiz Edward Bell House right now on our right. It is said to be one of the oldest homes here on the island. Now, parts inside date all the way back to the 1780s. It was said that Agassiz and Edward were pretty prominent figures here during the fur trading days. Then they put a down payment on that house for only $100 when they first bought it. Now, if you purchase admission into Fort Mackinac, it will also grant you admission access and all the historic buildings that you see around town. Now, coming up on our right, we can see the Mackinac Island Medical Center. It is fully staffed, and we do have one physician who resides here all year round. Now, you might be able to see those big bay doors back there, and inside they hold an ambulance. Now, it's important that we have one on the island in case of emergency. Oh, perfect. Because if you do end up having a heart attack or something like that, that one shaker, they're not going to get to you quick enough. So it's important that we have a motorized vehicle on the island. On Hoban Street, you can see those green buildings with the white trim there. They are the Twilight and the Windsor. They used to be hotels of their own. However, the Grand Hotel recently purchased them for employee housing. The Grand is one of the largest employers that we have here, and they'll hire over 600 people every single summer. Now, a lot of those are going to be college students like myself, and the rest are going to be seasonal workers. On our left, you can also see that little yellow and clear box on the side of the road back there. That is the town crier, and that is Mackinac Island newspaper. They'll probably be selling once a month in the winter and once a week in the summer. Right. There you go. That is Shaker's Wish, everybody. There's a Shaker side tent in the side of it. That's from Shaker himself. Now, every single time we pass it, he will make sure he absolutely nosedives it as hard as possible. I've had it a few times where he's had his hooves on top of the curb just because he wants to get as much in as he can. Now, that is because Shaker is one of the itchiest horses that we have here on the island. So I do apologize that if you're on his side of the carriage, we might have a few stray branches inside the carriage area. I really do apologize about that. But I also do want to apologize to Apple as well, because he's on the right side of the road. That means that there are no branches and trees on his left side. But there is Apple. That means he will try and belly down the stump and nosedive Apple as well, just to feel a little bit of contact on that left side there. Alright, now, here on the right you can see Chambers Livery, which is the oldest working livery here on the island. Now, it used to house the Mackinac Island Carriage Steward Taxi Division. We rebranded about 5 times the size, so now it just holds our wedding horses and our wedding carriages. Now this island becomes quite the popular wedding destination. We'll have over 250 weddings here every single season.
Oh, wow.
Now, if my math is correct, we do also have about 25 divorces as well, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of the tandem bicycles, so. Now, back on our left, we pass the Coran Cottage, which is also the former home of William Backhouse Astor.
William was the son of John Jacob Astor, and he was the one who took over the fur trading business from his father. Now, John Jacob, he was tied up in New York real estate, so he wasn't able to be here very often. He also had a little incentive to not be here, because much like his family, he was absolutely terrified of water. But this is probably not the best place to start a family, because it's absolutely surrounded by water, so... Now, there's this large choice now. One of his descendants decided to overcome this family fear, and he purchased a ticket on one of the most well-known ships ever created, Apple Pearl. Now, this ship was the Titanic, and fortunately, he was the wealthiest man aboard. Unfortunately, he was still on board when it sank. Now, in front of the William Backhouse Astor House, we also have the oldest lilac tree here on the island. Michigan State University was here recently. They did a core sample of that tree, and they found it to be over 200 years old. Just want to keep it nice, safe, and protected. Now,
Take a picture of this.
on our left side, we also have the Mackinac Island Pizza Company and the Gay House. Those are two restaurants that are owned by the Grand Hotel. In total, they have 6 here on the island. Now, if you look to the left, you can see that turtle statue right above the French Alpine sign. You're going to find turtle motifs all over the island, and that is because the name Mackinac translates to turtle. The original name of this island, Peninsula Mackinac, translated to land of the Great Turtle. Now, here on our right, we're next to Little Stone Church. The Little Stone Church is made completely out of limestone that was quarried here on the island. Now, the second part of your tour is at the state park. You guys actually have a chance to check out those limestone quarries. You guys have a chance to go right between them as well. Now, the original Grand Hotel structure was a 660-foot long cover porch that you see out front, 180 rooms, a ballroom, and a banquet hall.
When visiting Mackinac Island, one must visit the Grand Hotel. It's absolutely grand. The grounds are so gorgeous. The history of the hotel is amazing. First off, it has the longest porch in the world, and this hotel took only 93 days to build and was opened on July 10, 1887, 137 years ago, almost to the day, because today is July 12th. So these dates are pretty amazing. Also, it was built by Charles Caskey, and yesterday was my honey Charles's birthday. That's why we came to celebrate today. So this history was so cool for us. There's an amazing view of the mighty Mackinac Bridge from the property. This is just stunning to stand here and watch these views. These gardens is so beautiful. And a little trivia tip, the movie Somewhere in Time was filmed here, starring Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeves. This is a real treat visiting here.
Arthur? Arthur? You're the only one. And it's a very complex joke. It does have a lot of layers, so if you need me to repeat it, I can certainly do so, or I can give you a full rundown of the joke as well. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect. Alright. Now the Pro Shop is where you can buy all of your golfing needs and attire. So they sell shirts, hats, and pants, and socks, shoes, and all that kind of stuff. Now the socks, they usually come in pairs of 3, just in case you get a hole in one.
Very good.
That was
It's a really good joke. Once again, the golf course is 18 holes. It's owned by the Grand Hotel. It's called the Jewel. It is separated into 2 halves of 9, so the first 9, they're right next to us, but they're also right next to the Grand Hotel. They're called the Grand 9. And the back 9, they're in the woods, because they're out in the woods. So it is the only golf course anywhere in the world that took a horse-drawn carriage ride to get to that time. That's implemented into the green fee and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have golf shuttles bringing golfers back and forth all day long. So, golf carts are rented on the course, however you're not taking them off the road, or else that's considered a motorized vehicle, and that would be illegal. So you guys have to take any joyrides with those things.
So they use these for us to step down off the carriage. Pretty convenient. And now we're switching to a different carriage for the rest of the tour.
This would be cool too. She could put like she really.
That was the museum. That was like an eatery.
Mm-hmm.
So our tickets did not include like I don't think it includes entrance into the museum or the butterfly place, but our tickets were like $42, and for entrance into the butterfly place in the museum, I believe they were $68. but we didn't even have a choice because those were sold out already. So we just bought the ones that had the 4 most important stops in our opinion. So this is fun. We have to get a magnet for our collection.
My name is Tim, and I'm going to be your tour driver for today. And I'm from Romania. I'm a college student, and I'm here with the student exchange program. This means that this summer, this is going to be my job for the summer. And then when the program is done, I'll be going back to my hometown in Romania and finish my studies. But until then, I'll be able to also travel around the States for a bit at the end of it.
Nice.
Computer science!
Horses?
Not horses. I didn't have any experience with horses before. I got here, we had like a little training for 2 weeks, and they said you're good to go on your own. So I have my driving license on 2 horses and on 3 horses. And the driving license on the mainland. But
Your English is very good.
thank you, I appreciate it. I do speak some horse in the morning when I wrestle with these 3 to get them dressed for and ready for the job. Yeah, I do speak some horse. I know some bad words in horse actually. That's right.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for a month.
A month.
Yeah. A month. Today. We got to our far left, we got Martha. You can say hello, Martha, if you want to.
Hi, Martha.
In the middle, we got Stuart. You can say greetings, Stuart.
Greetings, Stuart.
That means if we got Martha Stewart with us today. So if we got Martha Stewart, who else do we think we got?
Chase.
Yeah, it already tell you the name of the horse. But today I told some people his name is actually Snoop Dogg. Yeah. I actually name it from time to time. I actually call him Cow from time to time. I like to change his name from. He's my favorite horse. That's why I'm doing it. So. We can either call it Snoop Dogg or Chase. What do we vote?
Let's go with Snoop Dogg.
We got Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. It makes more sense when I first heard it. It makes more sense to name it Snoop Dogg. Why don't you do it? Like, you're missing an opportunity here. We love our horses anyways, regardless of their names. So, do you remember the Twilight and the Windsor from downtown area? Yeah, might remember them. So back in the days, that's where the cemetery used to be. They had to move it up here because you don't want the first thing to see when you come to Mackinac to be a cemetery. And also people were dying to get in there. They needed more space as well. This is St. Anne's Catholic Cemetery.
This is really big.
The oldest grave from the cemetery is at the green sign with yellow writing you see right across. You see it? Yeah. Okay, that grave belongs to Mary Biddle. She died in 1833, only at 8 years old, sadly. But that's when she was crossing the ice bridge in a cold winter with her family. But ever since then, her family started a tradition here on island that is still ongoing to this day. And they started to put Christmas trees along the ice bridge to mark the route for travelers along the ice during the cold winters.
Oh, good idea.
So if the ice bridge ever forms this year, there's going to be some Christmas trees along the ice. When they moved the caskets here on up here, they started with the caskets, and the next day they moved the tombstones. They were careful enough to write the name of the people on the casket, but during the night there was a rain. So it washed all the names from the casket.
Oh no.
And there might have been some misplacements at the old graves here and there, but who's gonna check? I mean, they're old graves. So if you come here to talk with your Grandma Mary, you might actually be talking to a John. But at least John is getting some attention now.
There you go.
You can see that the wall to your right is more stonier, while the one on your left is more holier. The oldest grave from the Protestant cemetery, you can see it at the green sign with yellow writing. Have you spotted it? Right over there, yeah. It belongs to Harriet Mitchell. She died in 1831. And she died at the age of 81 years old. For that time, is a lot. So the reason many people believe why she lived so long is because she never got married, never had kids. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but I've seen that we have a lot of cemeteries here. Too many, yeah. But actually the whole island is a big cemetery. Because the Native Americans used to bury their people here on Mackinac. They believe that this island is actually the back of a turtle that emerged from the waters and turned to stone. And life started to appear here. They believe that they were created here on this island. So for them, Mackinac is like their Eden. So for them, it's not natural to come here and bury their loved ones right at the place of their beginning.
Good story.
So after they won the French-Indian War, the British took control over the territories that the French had in the North America. Well, that includes Michilimackinac Fort, which is located where Mackinac City is today. Well, the Native Americans that were allied with the French did not want the British at all. So they started to attack some of their forts along the Great Lakes, including the Michilimackinac Fort. But before they started the attack, they played a little trick on the British. They started to play a game that was very similar to lacrosse outside the fort. They started to kick the ball on the other side of the fort, and the British would kick the ball back to them. And they did that a few times, until the British were relaxed and said, okay, nothing sketchy, they're just playing a game outside the fort. So, the British were kind of relaxed, they went outside, and that's when the natives attacked. It's kind of like the Trojan horse, if you know what I mean. They waited for the perfect moment just to strike at the fort. So when the British were relaxed enough to come out and watch the game, that's when the Native Americans started to attack. The women that were with the natives pulled out the blankets, started to hand over the tomahawks and the knives that they had. They handed to the men, and the men started to slaughter all the fort. Many people lost their lives back then, but some of them survived. And one of them is Alexander Henry. But the reason he survived is because he knew about the attack. He knew about the attack because he was a very good friend with a man from the Native Americans called Wawatamu. And Wawatamu, since he was a very good friend with Alexander, warned him about the attack and said, you have to leave the fort and you should hide here on Mackinac because nobody is going to look for you here. We usually come here only to bury our loved ones or worship our God. So you're safe here if you come here. So he was sleeping in that cave while he was hiding. And we know from his journal that his night sleep was not that good. And he was sleeping on sticks and stones all night long. And they were breaking his bones. And yeah, a knee slapper, I know. And in the morning, when the sunshine was shining through the cave, he realized that he in fact was sleeping on skulls and bones all night long. I know, pretty gross.
Yeah.
That was in fact a Native American burial site. And that's how we got to name it the Skull Cave.
Okay. Good story.
Yeah. You can put your hands in the air and say, wee! Yeah, this is the brake hill. This is where we check if the brakes are working. But you can call me a star because of the number of tours I've been giving today. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of tours, so the brakes are working on this.
The brakes are working. And we made it down the hill.
So you don't have to use this life vest. Okay? Not today, yeah.
Yay.
So you can see it
yeah.
with your own eyes. So the break is going to be 7 minutes long, okay? 7 minutes long. That means after 7 minutes, I can live without you. I might get in trouble if I'm not back at 30 kills within a time frame. So that's why the break is short. That's because we don't want you to see the arch or something like that. You got time to see the arch rock and take some pictures of it. Sometimes people form lines at the arch rock. You don't have to say in any line. I'm letting you be rude, you know. Get in front of them, see the arch rock, take a picture, and leave. There's also restrooms. You might want to use the restrooms first, and then see the arch rock very quickly.
So this was one of the main things I wanted to come to see, was this arch rock. And now the driver told us we only have 7 minutes. But it's right there, so. Cool. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my word. This is Lake Huron. It's just beautiful. And there's like a little cruise ship over there. And there's a road down that goes around the island as well.
And he's the only president that has been here on Mackinac while he was still on duty. And here are the barracks of the Boy Scouts. Oh, they are doing barbecue. Well, that's on private ground, so it's like more special. And they always have a fire marshal with them when they have fires, so they are supervised all the time when they play. With tears in my eyes and shivering voice, I have to tell you that the tour is about to end very soon. Then we will part ways. I know. I miss you. I hope you're gonna miss me too.
We'll miss you.
And if you enjoyed my tour, my name is Tim. If you did not enjoy my tour, my name is Tyler. Gonna pick it off. And if you want to help me with savings for my college, any generosity is appreciated.
Caught it. Oh my goodness. That looks amazing. That is a lot of fudge. You can't smell it, but it smells really good. Oh my goodness. This place is dangerous. So this place came highly recommended. The Pink Pony. I think it's the only bar that you can actually sit onto the water and have a drink. And I heard it's really good. So we are going in to check it out. Pink Pony Bar and Grill. Famous Pink Pony waterfront dining.
So when we got in here to the Pink Pony, they said it was a 2-hour wait for outside and a 1 hour for inside, right?
Right.
And we asked how long for the bar, and she said first come, first serve. And my honey turned around and there were 2 seats at the bar.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing. This is an awesome place.
So my honey's having the pretzel sticks, I guess they are. And I'm having the tomato bisque. So the lobster, this ain't lobster. So he used to put in bisque behind lobster.
Yeah.
The tomato bisque is delicious, right honey? My honey's not such a soup person, but he loves it as well. And his pretzel sticks are really good too, right? Yum yum. The menu was full of everything white fish from Michigan, so I have to try the white fish. My honey has the pulled pork with the potato chips. And it's really good, right honey?
Very good.
This white fish is so delicious. And they said the sunsets are really beautiful from all the pink umbrellas. Is that a pier where we came? No. That's like a Saba name, the big store. Somebody told me about t-shirts in the big store, but I didn't realize the name was the big store. I thought she just meant a big store on Main Street. Look at the Lilac Tree Hotel, and everywhere has these flowers. Oh, so pretty. This is the cutest little town, cutest little island, not town. Just beautiful. Flowers everywhere. Bicycles everywhere. Horses everywhere. It's a lot quieter than when we got here this morning. I'm dragging my feet to leave. We are heading back to St. Ignace. I found an island smaller than Saba. Can you imagine that? It's only 3.77 miles, but they have 70 miles of hiking trails, and there's no cars on the island, so that makes it more remote than Saba. No airport either. There's only bicycles and horses, but it's known as like America's prettiest little island. It's so quaint and cute, and guess what? There's fewer inhabitants as well, fewer residents. There's only about 500 full-time residents. Everybody else is seasonal. They only come for the summer when there's a lot of business. So during the year there's only about 500 full-timers on the island. But if you are in Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, you should definitely visit Mackinac Island. It's so cute. We just got back from Mackinac Island. Yeah, all day I've been saying Mackinac because it has a C behind. It's French, that's why it has a C, but they pronounced it Mackinac, and a lot of it has a W, so I thought it was Mackinac and Mackinac. But anyway, Mackinac Island is just beautiful. It's rated as one of America's most prettiest islands. And we certainly agree, right?
Sure.
And plus we bought the most delicious fudge that we ever had.
Not good.
Yeah, not good, but anyway, good, not good. But it was so amazing. It was very affordable because it was only $68 for both of us round trip, and free parking right here by, what is it? Schleppers?
Yeah, it's actually Schleppers.
Schleppers.
But I figured since they were schlepping us back and forth, it was schlepping, but that's not what it is.
So yeah, we learned two things today. But coming back was absolutely amazing. I never saw a sunset like that before, right?
Oh my gosh.
The pictures don't do it justice. It was just an orange ball with nothing around it. It was just so beautiful. We tried to capture it, and here it is. But thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow our journey as we continue our summer 2024 adventure, right?
Sounds good.
This company is very organized. They have one way in, one way out. They have overnight parking, and of course, if you buy your tickets with them, it's free parking, which we're not used to down in South Florida. And the good thing is that the parking is right onto the dock by the ferry, because some of the ferries, the parking is not onto the dock. So that's very convenient.